So hi everyone, welcome to our next talk. Today I want to talk a little bit about times when you feel like you have to just get through a situation no matter what, no matter how hard it is, and they are hard and you can't really feel, and you feel like you just have to hold on and just survive this situation or survive this day, no matter what. There's a saying grinding your teeth. So you feel like you have to endure this situation, which is really hard for you, and it's like suffering. The whole thing is just suffering. First, you don't have to do that. Okay, it's bad. First, you think about that. Do I really have to do this? Do I really have to go through this? Hopefully not. But usually we feel like we shouldn't go through stuff like that. We don't have to endure stuff what we don't want in our lives. Anyways, we don't calculate this stuff into our lives. It's not always sunny. Our life not always sunny, but at least it's usually not hurtful or not terrible suffering, right? Of course we go through emotional suffering, but we don't. So ask yourself the question, if you're really suffering, if it's you're so desperate and you feel like there's no escape, and it's you are really suffering. Am I really, do I really have to do this? There are situations where you have to, when if it's maybe a treatment, a medical treatment, where it's not, when pain medication is not available like that, or you're at the limit, or for emotional pain, suffering, when you want to grow, or you need something in order to achieve your goal in a relationship, maybe, or you really want something, so you have to endure the stress that you need to get there. But yeah, these are the things I want to talk about. But there are situations which are kind of the gray area. No, but there are situations which are not belong here. If you're being abused by your loved one, that does not belong here. Okay, that is a situation that you don't have to go through. You don't have to endure the pain that someone is causing you. Okay, that's the first category, that you don't have to endure that. Endure that. So yeah. Okay. The type of emotional suffering you want to go through is if you feel like you can't handle your emotions, and it's really painful to face my emotions because it's heartbreaking, but I have to endure that because I want to make up with this person, or if I'm super angry or stuff like that, and you want to hold that and not let it out on the person that you want to have a good relationship with. That is a good thing. That is also something that you want to endure. Yeah, but I'm not talking about that specifically right now. I'm talking about if you feel desperate and oh my god, I'm super desperate, I'm super feel burnt out, and I still have to do a lot of things, but I feel like I don't have energy for it. Or if you're just like super scared or stressed about doing something, or because you're like nervous to go up to someone, or nervous to meet someone new, or nervous to go into an exam, into an exam, or stuff like that. Those are the situations that you want to endure. You want to endure the suffering that you're feeling emotionally in order to achieve your goals. Then these situations are not helpful, they're not good for you. No, these situations are not like super comfortable for you, but you want to go through them. Think about all the situations before that you experienced where you endured something for just to survive, or for just to get through some stuff situation before. And if you could have, and if you were able to do it back then, right now you can do it for your goals. That's what I wanted to talk. And like, you can use it for any of my examples that I said, even if you, yeah. So if you want to preserve a relationship with someone, or you want to achieve your goals, that's basically your goal, to preserve your relationship. If you don't want to like if you don't want to like tell, yeah, do it for yourself. Do it for yourself, because you deserve it. You want that. This is your goal, not for others. Okay? If there were situations where you had to like endure something bad for others, that's bad. Do it for yourself, okay? Because you want to pass your exam, you want to be brave, you want to achieve your goals, you want to win an award, but not in a way where you are not being true to yourself. Like, don't let anyone take advantage of you, even if that's including your goals. Okay? So if someone offers you like an unfair advantage for something you really don't want, then don't take that deal, because that's unfair. Because that's not the right way. That's not who you are. I'm talking about when you have to be effective, you have to endure the suffering that it gets a toll on you. Or when you want to stand up for yourself, you have to endure the fear and the panic that you feel. Like, are they gonna still like me if I have to like, if I communicate my feelings and I stand up to myself, will they still like me? You endure that feeling that you are scared of not being accepted, but you endure it for yourself, because I have to stand up for myself and communicate my feelings. And and my second thing today is like kind of have a connection to that, because you have to feel your feelings. Feelings are tricky, you know. It's hard to feel them. It's hard to really feel your feelings. Sometimes you just numb it down because it's too hard to face your feelings. It's too hard to actually feel them. And so sometimes it happens to people that they numb their feelings. And actually, you shouldn't do that. It's bad for you. You always have to feel your feelings, even if they are uncomfortable, or even if they are too much sometimes, or even if they overwhelm you. You have to feel your feelings. And in that way, if you feel your feelings, you will be able to not hold on to them, and to be able to let go and move on. That is the right way, and that is the way which will help you to move forward with your everyday situations. Because there are situations when you can't just ignore the situation, you can't avoid the situation, which causes you like discomfort or stress. You have to be there, and you have to like tolerate those discomfort or negative feelings that you have. You have to tolerate them because you need to operate in that environment. You need to be functional in that situation where you experience like negative feelings and discomfort. You still have to be able to manage that situation, and it helps us if we feel our feelings and don't push them down. We won't froze up, and we won't close up. We'll be able to deal with that situation. Yeah, this situation is really painful, but I'm doing it. I'm getting through it. And I'm capable of doing it, and it's gonna feel good after that. I did this and I felt my feelings. I have nothing to hold on to. I have no regrets. I can move on. But if you like go through a situation like that, a hard situation, without like feeling your feelings, it's gonna leave a mark in you. It's gonna not be effective. It's gonna be a trauma for you. You're gonna feel that like, I am not over this situation. I wish I could go back and do things differently. I wish I didn't do that. I wish I felt my feelings in that situation. I wish I acted differently. I wish that situation didn't go through me the way it did. That's why you have to be mindful of your feelings in those situations. Like, for example, there's a lot of times when you like, I was hurt in that situation, but I didn't actually say anything because, it would have been just weird to say anything. But no, that's making it worse. If you are hurt in a situation, you should communicate it calmly, communicate your feelings, and establish your boundaries, and stand up for yourself. That's how you function in a hard situation. And you have to feel your feelings in order to be able to do that. Yeah, I'm hurt. I will communicate being hurt, and we just move on. That's all. That's what happens when you are conscious like that and you are in the situation. on top of the situation like that. And if you like just numb yourself in a situation like that and you avoid confrontation, you're gonna hold on to that feeling. You're not gonna like feel it actually. You're gonna feel a lot of other different feelings. You're gonna be overthinking that situation. You're gonna be thinking about like, ew, someone who hurt me, they must hate me and I must be a bad person because of that. And you're gonna experience a whole lot of worse feelings because of not dealing with that one initial feeling in that situation. You could just talk it through. You could have just, oh, this hurt me. Are you really think that what was my interpretation of the things you said? Do you really think that about me? We could just talk about it. Am I really annoying, or was this just a joke? And if you talk about it, you even if the other person thinks that you're annoying, you will deal with it in the situation and you talk about it, try to find a solution. Yeah, if I do that, maybe that's annoying to you, then I try not to do that anymore. or I'm so sorry that you feel like that. I'm not doing that on purpose. Maybe you could be a little bit more accommodating towards me. Be a little bit more patient. If it's something that I can't change, I can change. But if it's like, if it's something that's manageable, then why not? But if it's something that's not manageable, then you have to move on. It's not worth like eating yourself off over it. We either tolerate that relationship if we're colleagues or something like that, or we either end that if it's like something that can't be managed. And you can use this for any situation. It's really important to feel your feelings and not get stuck in them. And don't get me wrong, you don't have to purposely be sad. You if you are overdoing feeling your feelings, that's still holding on to it. And the purpose of this exercise, or like this thing that we do to feel our feelings, is to be able to not hold on to that and to move on. And if you're like, oh, I'm gonna be sad because this happened, I wouldn't be sad anymore because I already felt my feelings, but I'm still gonna be sad because of you think that because this happened, I'm not gonna be happy anymore out of spite, or like kind of a revenge on the world or something like that, or like kind of like a temper tantrum maybe, kind of stuff. I'm not gonna be happy because my parent put me in detention. I'm not gonna be happy for the rest of the day to punish them, to show them that I'm not gonna be happy. So you will pay more attention to me and be more caring or loving. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't. That was like, That was just an example, you know, but there are situations like that in our, even if you're an adult, there's situations like that in your life. My sibling is not helping me through a situation. They don't help me move. I'm going to be sad about that, because to show them and I'm going to purposely make myself sad, because I just can't be happy because I'm throwing a temper tantrum about that. So, you know, you can apply this advice that I'm saying in your situation. The main thing is to feel your feelings and not push them or avoid facing them, and go through and function in your situations. And if you have to endure these discomfort feelings or these negative feelings in order to achieve your goals, same, you have to feel your feelings to be able to move forward and deal with the situation. That's the bottom line. That's like a really good advice. So go take that with you and use it. See you on our next talk. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell and leave a like on the video if you thought it was useful. Leave a comment about what can I help you with. What is your situation? Can you apply what I said to your situation? If you can, I'm very happy. If you can't, then tell me what. Tell me, maybe I can help. Try to apply it to your life. Take care.